Hey, Aspire fam, I'm here with our member Liz, and first thing I want to know is why'd you choose Aspire?
So I chose Aspire because a friend invited me.
Okay.
And I had never done CrossFit before. I had never picked up a barbell before. And I was really nervous and intimidated to walk in this gym. But, after the day I walked in, I became obsessed with CrossFit and with this gym.
And so before this gym, you've never picked up a barbell?
I had never picked up a barbell.
Really?
Yes.
So was that, I know that can be intimidating for a lot of people. Was that a challenge for you, or is that intimidating for you, or were you up for the challenge right away, or did it take a little bit?
No, certainly I was very intimidated. I remember the day I walked in here and you kind of did my assessment and I couldn't do a pull-up and I was quite weak. And, I walked in here and I was 46 years old.
Yeah.
Having never done CrossFit. So, and I had heard all these, what I now know to be kind of misconceptions about CrossFit, that, maybe I'm too old to start, maybe I would get injured, all those sorts of things. And, when I walked in here, I had a lot of aches and pains. I had some knee pain, I had some back pain. And what I found is, through learning the right movements, through sort of the coaching, and building my strength, those injuries have actually resolved. So I have found CrossFit to be something that has healed my body. I am stronger. So I've been here about 2.5 years, I think.
Sounds right.
And I am stronger at 48 years old than I've ever been in my entire life.
That's super cool.
Yeah, and this and sort of CrossFit and Aspire sort of blew out, my idea of what I thought fitness could be at my age. And I'm really grateful for that. It's amazing to kind of hit PRs, personal records, and it's awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome. So obviously, healing some of those injuries, getting the strongest you've ever been are massive achievements. Is there anything else that kind of sticks out in your mind that you've really achieved since you've been here?
Well, I mean, there's so much, right? This has become part of my life. It's become part of my routine. And what I love about Aspire and CrossFit is, number one, like the community of people. I tend to go to the 8:30 class, and we're like a family, and we cheer each other on. The idea, this gym kind of just is amazing. I remember I walked in here and there was no mirrors in the gym. I had never been in a gym where there was no mirrors, and I thought it was really weird at first, but I've come to realize it's the greatest thing because we focus, we're all not like sort of self-obsessed with what's going on in the mirror. We're just here trying to get better, trying to get stronger. We cheer each other on. What I also have come to realize that you do is that, the programming has purpose here. So I don't have to think about anything. I can come here to work out to kind of it also helps my mental health.
Yeah.
But when you plan a workout, say for today, it'll be different than what you plan for tomorrow. If we're doing some heavy leg stuff today, maybe we'll work on upper body the next day. And, also, the weeks have purpose, and then you build purpose into the months and into the cycles and into the quarters. So it's been great. It's like this full body workout that I don't have to think about, but you program it so that I'm able to get stronger. And that translates into my everyday life. I'm a single mother to a 13-year-old daughter, and I think I'm modeling for her, what a healthy woman is, what a healthy body is.
And you're making that routine of exercise and that strength in your mid to late 40s as a natural thing rather than something that sounds strange to her. It's just completely normal because that's exactly what her mom's doing.
Right, exactly. And, the other thing, which I wasn't expecting, is that it's completely changed my relationship with my diet and what I thought I grew up in the Kate Moss generation where food deprivation was everything, as thin as you could get. And, coming here, it's now I try to fuel my body, and I'm modeling that for my daughter. Food is no longer an issue. I can eat what I want. I can eat what I enjoy. My goal is to always kind of hit my protein goals, which I have a hard time doing sometimes.
Yeah.
So, it's just been life-changing, honestly, coming to Aspire and starting CrossFit.
And I think one of the things with food that once you're kind of more of an athlete or you look at yourself more as an athlete, the relationship with food changes a little bit too. you're not feeling bad necessarily for rewarding yourself.
100%.
Because you know that you're putting in the work and you deserve it.
Yeah.
But also the vast majority of your food more comes from now. It's like, all right, my food's my fuel.
Yeah.
And like, how do I want to treat my body?
That's
Because I'm
it.
working so hard here. I might have I can't blow it all by eating, whatever that treat might be every single day.
Right.
But when you do want it, you get it.
Right.
But you don't want to do it every day because you don't want to negate
Right.
everything you worked for in here.
100%. And, that's what it is. It's about fueling my body correctly. And especially at this age, right? I want to have the energy, to get through the workouts. I want to have the protein so that I am building muscle. And then, then the rest of my day, right? This is just a small part of my day, but it sets me up to feel so much better for the rest of my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned like the workouts and how they progress day to day, and you also mentioned like your mental state. And that's the first time someone's brought those two up correlating together, which actually kind of made me remember. I was pretty adamant that people should strength train 3 to 4 times a week. And then someone came to me that was overtraining. He was working out 6 or 7 days a week, sometimes even doubles. And he wasn't training for anything. He was just doing that all the time. And I asked him, I was like, why are you doing this? There's a negative return right now on the amount of work you're putting in and what you're getting out of it. And he was like, it's not for me physically, it's for me mentally. Like this is how I like decompress. This is how I kind of go into a Zen state for an hour. And mentally I work out this much more for my mental health than my physical health. And that made me kind of think, I'm going to make sure our workouts, even if I think 3 to 4 days a week is enough for someone, I'm going to make them as if someone comes every single day. Because sometimes people just need that routine. They need that habit, or they need that mental, relief, that if they missed a day or two, they might get out of that kind of sync, that routine, that habit. So that's exactly intentional. And it's much more mental than physical, making sure that if people do need to come all the time, they can.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're not hurting themselves in doing so. Right. And they're not overtraining if they do that. Because before, they were kind of overtraining if they did that. But now they're not, because I kind of envision that's that person's routine.
That's awesome. Yeah. And, everything is scalable. And so some days I come in here and I feel amazing. And I can try to, do the workout as written. And then other days I have to go a little lighter. And what I've learned over the 2 years, when I first started, I didn't really know how to balance that. And now, what this has also helped me do is become much more in tune with my body. When my body needs rest, when it needs recovery. I've also been quite open with you that I'm in recovery from, addiction. And I find this workout coming here, the family, it is part of my structure. It is part of my routine. And it 100% contributes to my mental well-being. So I do it for physical, almost like the physical, the changes in my body is almost like the added benefit. Yeah. Really what I come here for is I like to, push my body, see how much stronger I can get, see how much fitter I can get. Absolutely. I leave here and I'm ready for the day. Yeah. And then, the changes in my body is the bonus.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all I got for you. Is there anything you might want to add?
No, I mean, just thank you, Sean, for welcoming me here and making a gym atmosphere that's amazing. That's, family and friend oriented, where I can bring my 2 little dogs and they're welcome among the big dogs. Yeah. So, I'm really grateful that I'm a member here. Awesome.